Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam. The words have a magical, faraway lilt to them. 7 short hours from New York, your big, quiet KLM jetliner touches down in Amsterdam. Right on the dot, the careful, punctual Dutch have done it again. You're ready to begin your tour on KLM's remarkable plan, the plan that pays for hotel, hearty continental breakfasts, and an unlimited number of sightseeing tours in as many as 14 different cities, all for only $5 a day. Come with us as we show you the fun you can have exploring Europe for less per day than you'd pay for a motel room at home. Take a deep breath. You're here. That stamp in your passport confirms it. You'll need some Dutch money.
6:45 to New York. Please proceed to gate number 2 as soon as possible.
A dollar goes a long way in Holland. Just time to get your bearings during your short ride to surprising Amsterdam. Look, you're smack dab in the middle of Europe. London and Paris, just an hour away by plane. Vienna and Rome, an easy 2.5 KLM hours to the south. And by the way, your travel agent can help you plan your trip so you can visit all these cities and more for the KLM airfare to one alone. There are a lot of reasons why Amsterdam is called the gateway to Europe. It's a seaport city, one of the continent's most important. In fact, many of these windmills and dikes once lay at the bottom of the North Sea. Most people are surprised to learn that Amsterdam itself has twice as many miles of canals as Venice. But we're getting ahead of our story. Let's first get you settled in the first hotel on your KLM $5 a day plan, Amsterdam's Museum Hotel. The plan makes paying so easy. All you do is tear out your prepaid hotel voucher and hand it to the man at the desk. You're all set. Amsterdam's Museum Hotel is only a stone's throw away from the world-famous Rijksmuseum. And like many hotels on KLM's $5 a day plan, the Museum Hotel is only a short walk from the city's most important square, a convenience you don't get with many of the city's luxury hotels. What's more, at the hotels you'll be visiting, you'll meet Europeans on vacation instead of hordes of other American tourists. Your clean, cheerful room is typical of those you'll have in every city you visit on KLM's plan. Remember, the plan covers your room, your breakfast, and unlimited sightseeing. Oh yes, and hot and cold running water with every room. And in surprising Amsterdam, chances are good that your room will face on one of the city's picturesque canals. There's a lot to see, and KLM's unlimited sightseeing privileges offers you 8 different tours to take as many times as you like. Turn your tour voucher in to the travel office specified, and you're on your way. Once you've taken a bus tour around the city, you'll know enough to go discovering on your own. No need to worry about language barriers. Over 90% of the people in Amsterdam can speak English, another Amsterdam Surprise, and another reason it's an ideal place to start getting used to European ways. Wander for a moment of restful silence into the Begijnhof, a quaint courtyard right in the heart of the city, where widows and spinsters reside. The pilgrims are said to have prayed in this chapel before they left for the New World. Visit the canals at Leidseplein, the city's busiest square. Browse for bargains in antiques along the Leidsegracht, one of Amsterdam's oldest canals. Perhaps you'll find pottery exactly like the one you will see in Jan Vermeer's incredibly beautiful painting of the Milkmaid at the Rijksmuseum. Here you'll see many of the world's greatest art treasures. Priceless Flemish tapestries, paintings by Peter Paul Rubens, Vincent van Gogh, and the most valuable painting ever put on canvas, Rembrandt's Night Watch, the stunning Amsterdam Surprise. Afterwards, you can relax at one of Amsterdam's 200 sidewalk cafes, enjoy coffee and apple strudel, and the music of Amsterdam's bicycles. Bicycles are part of the vivid tempo of life in Amsterdam. There are over hundreds of thousands of them in the city, but don't bother trying to count them at the 5 o'clock rush hour. A boat tour through Amsterdam will give you an entirely different perspective of the city. A ride along Amsterdam's colorful canals is one of the easiest and most leisurely ways to get to know the city. And remember, on KLM's $5 a day plan, you can take this fascinating boat tour over and over again at no extra cost. Amsterdam has more barrel organs than any other city. Music is everywhere in surprising Amsterdam. At night, Amsterdam puts on a lively new face. Fun is the keynote, and Amsterdammers know how to enjoy themselves. Indonesian rijsttafel is a specialty of Amsterdam. As many as 23 different delicacies to tackle at once. And the most surprising part is the price. This sumptuous feast can cost as little as $1.50 per person. Afterwards, you'll be ready for a good long walk and perhaps a little club hopping. A glass of Dutch gin costs only 17 cents. You can have yourself a real evening on the town for as little as $5. Breakfast is another occasion in Holland. It usually includes coffee, assorted breads, hams and cheeses. And remember, it's included at no extra cost as part of your KLM $5 a day plan. What better atmosphere could you have for sitting back and talking about the next city you plan to visit? Paris, you say? Paris it is. One short KLM hour away, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, the Place de la Concorde, where Marie Antoinette lost her head. Careful of the traffic or you're liable to lose yours. Yes, you're really in Paris. First, settle in at your KLM $5 a day hotel, the Phoenix. It's practically around the corner from the Arc de Triomphe and within easy walking distance of the Champs-Élysées. Oh, and by the way, at the Phoenix, breakfast is served in your room. In Paris, there's so much to see that a bus tour is a real must. And there are 7 different tours you can take on your KLM $5 a day plan. You'll see Notre Cathedral, the Eiffel Tower, take a half-day's trip to the magnificent Palace of Versailles, built by the Sun King himself, Louis XIV. You'll visit Montmartre, the famous artist section of the 19th century. And Pigalle, the famous playground of the 20th. You'll invade the left bank, where artists, writers, and musicians of today live. Once you've learned your way around, you can snoop at leisure through the bookstalls along the Seine. Wander through the Tuileries Gardens in front of the Louvre Museum. Or, if you're in an enterprising mood, you can hunt for a priceless treasure of your very own at the Paris flea market. Paris is a carousel, a gala introduction to the next city on your $5 a day adventure with KLM. Vienna, the city of waltzes, wine, and the biggest Ferris wheel in the world. First, get comfortable at your hotel. Remember, one of the added joys of KLM's $5 a day plan hotels is that you won't meet hordes of other American tourists. These are the clean, utterly respectable hotels that many Europeans choose to stay in when they're on vacation. Viennese coffee is famous the world over. It's part of the continental breakfast that's included on your KLM plan. There are 5 different Viennese tours you can take over and over again at no extra charge on your KLM plan. This is the magnificent Palace of Schonbrunn, home of Empress Maria Theresia. Mozart played in one of its salons when he was a little boy. In fact, Vienna is a city ruled by music. Everywhere you will see evidence of the great musicians who have lived there. Here is where Haydn lived. Here is Beethoven's house. Here is where Schubert composed his unfinished symphony. Here is where Mozart lived and wrote his opera, The Marriage of Figaro. Here is the waltz king himself, Johann Strauss, and the river he made famous, the great Blue Danube. Your tours include a trip to another landmark he immortalized, the Vienna Woods. The pulsing rhythm of Vienna is a perfect prelude to your next KLM stop, the Fountains of Rome. Another masterpiece by Bernini is this elegant Renaissance palace. It's located on the street of the 4 fountains, directly opposite your Hotel d'Italia. Perhaps your room will even have a balcony overlooking it. By the way, the Italia boasts one of the world's smallest elevators, but be grateful. It'll save you steam for climbing the historic Spanish steps, only a 5-minute walk from your hotel. Rome is a kaleidoscope of ages and sights to see, and there are 6 different tours included on your plan to help you see them all. The Colosseum, where gladiators fought. The ancient Forum, where Julius Caesar was murdered. The majesty of St. Peter's and Michelangelo's magnificent ceiling in the Sistine Chapel, where the popes are chosen. Rome is a gourmet's paradise. As a matter of fact, KLM has scouted out good restaurants in every city where you can eat for a song. Here, for example, is the Trattoria Quinto, where you can have a good filling lunch for around $1. And that includes a view of the famous Fountain of Trevi. Afterwards, you can wander and window shop on the elegant Via Condotti. It's terribly expensive, but it may suggest things to go bargain hunting for, along Rome's central shopping street, Via Nazionale. Incidentally, it's a perfect training ground for the hustle and bustle of the next city on your KLM itinerary. Here, you're staying at one of the Rhodes hotels, within easy walking distance of London's Hyde Park and only a short ride from Buckingham Palace itself. Sorry, no royal carriages included on KLM's $5 a day plan. But at the Rhodes, you can enjoy a sumptuous British breakfast, complete with eggs, bacon, toast, even grilled tomatoes. Now you're really ready to do the town on any or all of the 5 different tours you get with your KLM plan. There is a whole page of sights to see, each of them rich in history. You'll visit the Tower of London, where Henry VIII severed relations with his wives. You'll go through the National Gallery and the Tate Gallery. You'll take a bus tour to Hampton Court, Eton College, and Windsor Castle, majestic residence of the royal family high above the Thames River. You'll go to Piccadilly Circus, the hub of London's theatre district. Incidentally, tickets for 2 can be bought for as little as 60 cents. If you need assistance, KLM's London office is only a hop, skip, and a jump from Piccadilly. And from London itself, it's only 1 KLM hour back to the last stop on your $5. Now's your chance to pick up the best bargains of your whole trip at Amsterdam's tax-free shopping center, the biggest in Europe and full of surprises. You can save up to $30 on a transistor radio, get among the lowest prices in the world on liquor, and pay as much as 40% less an ounce for French perfumes. Parisians themselves stock up when they visit Amsterdam. Homeward bound. Of course, there's a lot left to see. There are 14 different cities you can fly to on KLM's $5 a day plan. You've only visited a third of them. It's a pretty nice feeling to know you're not saying goodbye, just tot ziens. You've learned you can actually afford another fling next year now that you're part of the thrifty bunch who've chosen to see Europe as the Europeans do on KLM's remarkable $5 a day plan.